Are you feeling more tired than usual? But not the normal kind of tired. It's like your soul is carrying weight that doesn't even belong to you. Is there a strange pressure building up in your chest? Almost like a hand pressing gently, but firmly, making it harder to breathe deeply? Or maybe your sleep feels broken. You're going to bed exhausted but waking up even more drained, as if you've been fighting unseen battles all night. This isn't burnout. This isn't anxiety. And no, you're not losing your mind. This is a spiritual event, a signal, a call, and it's coming stronger than ever on June 7th. You're not randomly feeling off. You're not just having one of those weeks. Your body is reacting to something real, something powerful, something that only the chosen ones are wired to perceive. Because June 7th isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a gateway, an energetic threshold that's about to shift everything for those who are awake enough to notice. The truth is, most people won't feel a thing. They'll go about their day like nothing is happening. But you were never meant to sleep through storms. You were born to stand in them and transform, and that's exactly why your energy is being stirred right now. The universe is not punishing you. It's preparing you. But what for? That's what you're about to find out. Because what's coming on June 7th is not subtle. It's not symbolic. It's a direct infusion of divine frequency. And your body, your sacred, intuitive, brilliant body, is already feeling the pressure before the wave even hits. This energy is not here to comfort. It's here to activate. And if you've been called to this video, you already know that you're not like everyone else. You've always felt more, seen deeper, heard what others couldn't. So don't ignore the signs. Don't silence your symptoms. And whatever you do, don't fall asleep spiritually now. Because what's coming next will demand your full presence. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll not only understand what's happening to you, you'll know exactly why you were chosen to feel it first. Now, before we unlock what June 7th truly means for your body, your soul, and your spiritual mission, tap the like button if this is already resonating with what you've been feeling. Subscribe if you haven't already, because what's coming next could realign your entire purpose. And leave a 99 in the comments if you know that your awakening is reaching a higher frequency. Why 99? Because 9 is the number of spiritual completion. And when you double it, you're declaring to the universe, I'm ready to close the old cycle and rise into the new. Let's begin. June 7th is not an ordinary day. It may look like just another Friday on the calendar, but beneath the surface of routine, beneath the illusion of normal life, something massive is unfolding. There's a tear in the veil, a ripple in the spiritual atmosphere, a cosmic opening, one that doesn't just happen. It's been building slowly, silently, waiting for the exact alignment. And that alignment is happening now. We are approaching a frequency threshold, a point where the Earth's vibrational grid temporarily synchronizes with a higher dimensional current. This current doesn't care about man-made time. It flows in cycles, in codes, in divine timing. June 7 is that timing. But here's what most people will never realize. This isn't just energy. It's intelligent frequency. It knows where to go. It knows who to activate. It knows who's ready. And the ones who are feeling it the most, the ones with the fatigue, the pressure, the restlessness, are the very souls who came here for this moment. This energy gateway doesn't knock. It doesn't ask for permission. It enters. It purifies. It ignites. If you've been waking up in the middle of the night without reason, if your thoughts have been racing like your soul is trying to remember something important, if you've felt moments of intense emotion, joy, sadness, anger, with no logical explanation, then this message is for you. Because what's activating on June 7th isn't just affecting the Earth, it's affecting your spiritual blueprint. Each of us carries within our energy field a set of dormant codes, keys that only awaken under extreme conditions or divine timing. Guess what? This is one of those times. But don't expect a loud, obvious sign. This gateway works in layers. It sneaks into your dreams. It distorts time. It awakens intuition. You'll feel like you're remembering something you've never learned, like you're being drawn towards something invisible, yet urgent, and you won't be able to explain it to anyone who's still asleep. That's because this gateway isn't for everyone. It's for the ones who chose to feel deeper, the ones who agreed, long before this life, to carry light into dark places. You are not just reacting to energy. You are receiving a transmission. And your body, with all its discomfort, its confusion, its signals, is adapting in real time. The planet's magnetic field is fluctuating. Solar activity is peaking. And with every pulse from the universe, your own frequency is being rewritten. This isn't spiritual poetry. It's energetic reality. And science is slowly catching up, detecting shifts in Schumann resonance, electromagnetic pulses, and heightened geomagnetic storms. But no scientific device can explain what you're feeling in your soul. That sense that something big is coming. That you need to prepare, not physically, but spiritually. That your role is about to shift. That the version of you who survived the last few years is not the version who will lead what comes next. So, why is this happening now? Because we've reached a turning point, a moment when collective timelines are splitting. Some will stay asleep, others will awaken fully, and a few will rise into activation. They will carry codes of healing, wisdom, and divine clarity, and not through words, but through frequency. You are one of them. But here's the catch. Activation is not comfortable. It burns away illusions. It strips false identities. It demands that you surrender everything that isn't aligned with who you truly are. So if you feel like everything around you is falling apart right now, maybe it's not falling apart. Maybe it's being cleared to make space for what you were always meant to become. This isn't about trends. This isn't about manifesting more money or success or status. This is about the remembering of your soul's contract. June 7th is your invitation. Not everyone will accept it. Some will reject it. Many will ignore it. But you wouldn't be here watching this if your spirit hadn't already whispered, "It's time." And that's why your body feels it so intensely. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. But for what exactly? That we'll uncover in the next chapter. Because the symptoms you're experiencing are not random. They are encoded messages. And the moment you learn to read them, everything will change. Stay with me. We're just beginning. Your body is not malfunctioning. It's not broken. It's not betraying you. It's responding. And it's doing so in the only language it knows: sensation. That fatigue that crashes down on you mid-afternoon, even if you've had enough sleep. That isn't laziness. That isn't lack of motivation. It's your energy system going into deep recalibration mode. Your nervous system is trying to adjust to a wave of light it was never trained to receive in this lifetime. Because what's happening now, leading up to and peaking on June 7th, is not a metaphor. It's not symbolic. It's bioenergetic transformation. Your cells are shifting. Your DNA is reacting to frequency. And your body is crying out for you to notice. Let's be clear, these symptoms aren't coincidences. You feel sudden waves of exhaustion, like gravity is pulling you deeper than usual. You experience tightness in the chest, as if your heart is being squeezed or expanded beyond its limits. Your head pulses or rings, like frequencies are trying to reach you through vibrations. You lie in bed, wide awake at 3 a.m., not from stress, but from energy that won't let you sleep. You swing between tears and laughter, peace and anxiety, as if your emotional body is purging lifetimes of stored vibration. And yet, you're told to push through it, to just get more rest, to stay grounded. But let's be honest, none of the usual things are working anymore, are they? Because what you're dealing with isn't physical. It's multidimensional. Your body is not failing, it's evolving. Here's the truth. every symptom you've been having is a message. Your body is the antenna. Your symptoms are the signal. And when this signal comes in at high intensity, as it does during energetic surges like June 7th, your system overheats. Not because it's weak, but because it's being forced to expand faster than it was designed for. You are being stretched. Energetically stretched. Old trauma is being stirred up. Not so you suffer, but so you release. Because you cannot carry the vibration of the past into the future you're meant to create. Some of you have been feeling pressure around the heart or lungs, not just stress, but a tightness, a constriction that feels spiritual. That's your heart chakra opening wider, clearing blocks that have kept you safe but small. Some are feeling tension in the neck, shoulders, and crown of the head. That's your third eye and crown chakras expanding, receiving downloads that your conscious mind can't decode yet, but your spirit recognizes instantly. You might feel dizzy, detached, or like you're floating. That's not anxiety. That's your energy field detaching from dense timelines, preparing to align with a higher one. And the emotional swings? They're not instability. They are echoes of all that is leaving your system. They are evidence that you're in motion, not stuck. But here's the part no one tells you. These symptoms don't come to you. They come through you. Because your body isn't just adjusting for itself. It's adjusting for the collective. The chosen ones are not just transformers. They're transmitters. You're processing energy that isn't even yours and turning it into healing light for others who cannot do it yet. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why it feels so personal, because it is. You agreed to be the lighthouse during the storm, but there's more, much more. Some of you are receiving activations in your dreams. Strange symbols, numbers, sacred geometry, beings you've never met but feel familiar. You wake up with fragments. You feel like you were somewhere important, but can't remember. Where? That's not imagination. That's your higher self guiding you through the recalibration. Because this shift isn't just about awareness, it's about embodiment. You're not just supposed to know more. You're supposed to become more, and that takes a toll. So if your body is calling for stillness, honor it. If it's asking for solitude, listen. If it wants you to cry, to breathe deeper, to move differently, don't resist. Because the more you resist, the more the symptoms intensify. But the more you surrender, the faster you integrate. This isn't punishment. It's purification. Your system is purging density so it can hold more light. You are being rewired. And this process doesn't come with a manual, only inner knowing. So here's the real question. What if every strange ache, every sleepless night, every unexpected emotion wasn't something to fear, but something to follow? What if your body knows something your mind hasn't caught up to yet? And what if June 7th isn't just the peak of the discomfort, but the beginning of your alignment? Because once you learn to listen to the signals, you unlock a power that no one can take from you. But what happens after the activation begins? What are the deeper messages behind these symptoms? That is what we'll decode next. And once you hear it, you may never look at your body or your purpose the same way again. Stay here. We're about to enter a layer of truth that most aren't ready to face. But you are. Not everyone is feeling this, but you are, and that means everything. You've noticed it, haven't you? While others go about their lives, distracted, numb, disconnected, you've been feeling the weight of something vast, invisible, and undeniable. You're not imagining it. You're not too sensitive. You're not overthinking. You are aligned. And more than that, you are being activated. This isn't random. This isn't just another energetic wave. This is a spiritual summons. Because on June 7th, a deep spiritual remembering is being triggered across the planet. But only a few can hear it. Only the chosen ones. Yes, and you. Why you? Why now? Because you didn't just come here to live. You came here to awaken. And this surge, this pressure, this chaos in your body and mind, It's the echo of your ancient contract being reactivated. Listen closely. This part is not metaphor. This is real. Before you incarnated, you agreed to carry a certain frequency. A frequency of truth, of light, of transformation. But it couldn't all come online at once. You had to go through darkness. You had to forget who you were. You had to experience heartbreak, loss, confusion, because your soul needed the depth before it could handle the height. And now the energy of June 7th is piercing through the veil. It's unlocking the codes within your spiritual DNA, codes that have been dormant for lifetimes. Until now, you are not just feeling this energy. You are translating it, and that's why it hurts. Because light this intense doesn't enter gently. It burns, it exposes, it reshapes you from the inside out. But why are the chosen ones feeling it first? Because you are the beacons, the receivers, the anchors of light on this shifting earth grid. You process energy faster, you feel it deeper, you break down before others even realize something is happening. You've always been that way. And sometimes it's felt like a curse. But it's your superpower. While the world is still asleep, your system is already working in overdrive, detoxing, adjusting, purifying, transmitting. You are not just awakening for yourself, you're awakening for others too. Think about it. Why do people come to you for advice, even when you're struggling? Why do you absorb atmospheres the moment you walk into a room? Why do you cry when the world suffers, even when it doesn't touch you personally? It's because your soul is wired to carry collective light. You're not just part of the timeline shift, you're one of the souls steering it. And that's why this energy hits you first, because you're meant to stabilize it for others who can't. But it's not easy, is it? This path is isolating. You may feel exhausted, misunderstood, like you're carrying a burden no one else sees. But that loneliness, that weight, it's actually a signal of leadership, because chosen ones are called to stand before the wave, not behind it. You are a forerunner, and that comes with symptoms the world can't explain, because you're living at the edge of the new, while others still cling to the old. But here's the deeper layer, the one that makes everything click. This energy, it's not here to break you. It's here to hand you back your identity. Your spiritual mission is being reignited. That's why you're remembering old dreams, why you're feeling called to change your life, why your passions are resurfacing with force, why you can no longer tolerate fake connections, hollow jobs, or shallow conversations, because your soul is stepping forward now, louder than your fear, stronger than your conditioning, brighter than any shadow you've carried. This is why your body feels overwhelmed, because your spirit is expanding at a rate your nervous system can barely keep up with. You are going through a spiritual growth spurt, and like any growth spurt, there's discomfort, there's awkwardness, there's a deep urge to break free from everything that's no longer aligned. But this isn't just about feeling symptoms. It's about understanding what they mean, because once you grasp the purpose behind the pain, everything changes. Your fear turns into focus, your confusion becomes clarity, your exhaustion transforms into empowerment. And that's when the real shift happens. Because now, you're not just receiving the energy, you're embodying it. You are becoming the energy. You are becoming the light. You are becoming the leader you were always meant to be. But here's what's even more extraordinary. This is only the beginning. What's coming next will not only confirm your power, it will demand it. And when you hear what this energy is preparing you for, you'll realize you were never just chosen. You were created for this moment. Get ready, because in the next segment, we go deeper into the timelines, the acceleration, and the reason your soul chose this very point in time to awaken. You're about to discover a truth that will shift your perspective forever. Stay with me. You don't need to fear this energy, but you do need to honor it, because this isn't just a wave passing through. It's a spiritual recalibration, and when energy of this intensity arrives, it doesn't knock politely. It floods your system. It rearranges your inner world. It presses on everything you haven't healed yet, not to punish you, but to free you. And here's the truth no one talks about. If you try to resist it, the pressure only grows. But if you lean in, if you trust what's happening inside of you, even without fully understanding it, that's when something miraculous happens. You begin to flow with the current, not against it. You begin to unlock strength you didn't know you had. You begin to feel something sacred, alignment. So how do you actually move through this energy shift? How do you not just survive it, but integrate it? Let's start with the first step, one most people ignore. Rest, not just sleep. Deep, conscious, intentional rest. If your body is asking to slow down, listen. If you wake up tired after 9 hours, trust that your system is working hard, not on the outside, but on the inside. Energetic upgrades are not visible to the eye, but they demand enormous amounts of energy. Rest is not laziness, it's sacred integration. And here's another piece no one tells you. Water. Yes, it sounds simple, but during high-frequency surges like this, water becomes a conductor for energy flow. Drink it like it's a spiritual practice. Drink it with intention, bless it, speak into it, charge it with the frequencies you want to embody. Because water doesn't just hydrate you, it helps carry emotional and energetic debris out of your system. Now let's talk grounding. This isn't just a new age suggestion, it's essential. Go outside. Take your shoes off. Let your feet touch the earth, raw, direct, unfiltered. Why? Because during times like this, your energy body expands. You become more sensitive, more open, more vulnerable to the chaos around you. And if you're not anchored, you'll feel like you're spinning out. Grounding pulls you back into your body, back into the now, back into balance. But there's something else you need. Stillness. Even 5 minutes a day. Turn off the noise, put down the phone, close your eyes, and just breathe. Not to quiet your thoughts, not to stop feeling, but to become aware of the wave moving through you. Because the moment you stop fighting the shift, and you start witnessing it, that's when clarity rises. That's when your higher self starts speaking. And you begin to remember. You were made for this. Meditation doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be long. It just needs to be real. Let your emotions rise. Let the fatigue exist. Let your soul speak without editing itself. You are not broken. You're becoming whole in a way you've never known before. And listen closely. If crowds are overwhelming you lately, if being around people feels exhausting, it's okay to pull back. There's nothing wrong with protecting your energy. In fact, it's necessary, because your aura is expanding, your intuitive senses are sharpening, and your field is picking up information from everything and everyone around you. Until you learn how to manage this new level of sensitivity, solitude is your sanctuary. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Just honor your boundaries. Because this energy shift isn't just about feeling better. It's about becoming someone new. You are being rewired. Your nervous system is learning to hold more light. Your cells are shedding density. Your emotions are flushing out pain from years, even lifetimes, ago. This is not collapse. It's ascension. But it comes with labor pains. And just like physical birth, there's a moment in the process where it feels like you can't go any further. You shake, you cry, you doubt everything. And that's when you're closest to breakthrough. So here's what I want you to remember. Rest, not just to sleep, but to heal. Hydrate, to move energy with grace. Ground, to stabilize your light body. Meditate, to reconnect with your source. Protect, because your field is sacred. These aren't just tips. They're tools of initiation. You're not being broken. You're being initiated into your next level of spiritual embodiment. The old version of you was built to survive. This new version is built to radiate. And if the process feels uncomfortable, even chaotic, it's because you're passing through the doorway of transformation. One foot is still in the old world. The other is stepping into something entirely new. And just ahead is the reason you were born in this exact moment in history. So take a deep breath. The storm is not here to drown you. It's here to wash away everything that's no longer part of your destiny. But there's one last piece. Something few ever talk about. And it might just change the way you see this energy forever. Because what if I told you this shift isn't only about you? What if it's also awakening something ancient inside of you? In the next section, we'll unlock a memory that lives in your soul, a deeper reason you've been chosen. One that ties directly to your cosmic purpose. You've rested, you've grounded, you've survived the waves. Now it's time to rise into why. Stay close. You're about to remember everything. You are not alone in this. Even though it may feel like you're walking this path in silence, even though the world around you seems unaware of the storm inside you, there are others, thousands of others, scattered across continents, cultures, and languages, who are feeling exactly what you're feeling right now. The chosen ones are rising, not all at once, but like stars appearing in the night sky, one by one, until suddenly, the entire sky is glowing. And that's what's happening now. This energy isn't just personal, it's collective. The spiritual tremors you felt in your chest, in your dreams, in your soul, they're being felt in sacred silence, across oceans and cities, forests and deserts, by souls just like yours. And that's why this moment is not just for inner awakening. It's a call to connection. Because right now, someone out there is wondering, is it just me? Someone is lying awake at night, heart racing, energy buzzing, emotions rising, wondering if they've lost control, when in fact, they're finally starting to awaken. Your story may be the very thing that grounds them. Your comment may be the spark that reminds them they are not alone. So I ask you now, what have you been feeling these last few days? Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. Have you felt the waves of exhaustion for no reason? A pressure in your chest that comes and goes like a whisper? An ache in your heart that has no name? Dreams that feel like visions? Sudden tears that have no story, just release? Then say it. Type it. Share it in the comments. Not for attention, but for activation. Because every time one of us speaks our truth, we create a ripple, a field, a sacred mirror where others can finally see themselves reflected. This is the real purpose of the shift. It's not just to elevate your frequency, it's to link your light with others, to build a spiritual grid around the planet. One voice, one truth, one soul at a time. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to walk without a tribe. The reason you feel so deeply is because your energy is meant to connect, to heal, to illuminate. And now, the portal is open. The moment is here. Comment what you've been experiencing, whether it's a word, a symptom, a dream, or a revelation. Because here's the deeper truth. When the chosen ones speak, the energy responds. You are anchoring light through every word you share. You are helping others step out of fear and into remembrance. You are building the field that will hold us all as this next wave of awakening floods the earth. This is not just a comment section. It's a spiritual sanctuary. It's where loneliness dissolves and unity begins. And when you scroll through what others have written, read not just with your eyes, but with your heart, with your soul. Because their pain is your pain, their rising is your rising, and together we're becoming something unstoppable. You are witnessing the gathering of the awakened. And just like a symphony begins with a single note, this global awakening begins with your truth. So, share. Comment what you've felt. Comment what you've seen. Comment what your soul has been whispering. And then, type this number, 99. Why? Because 9 is the number of completion. It is the number of endings and beginnings. Typing 99 means you're closing an old cycle and stepping into the new timeline fully awakened, fully aware, fully aligned. Let the universe see that you are present. Let your light be counted, and let this moment mark the start of something extraordinary. Because what comes next will not just change your life, it will ripple into the world in ways you cannot yet imagine. And in the final moments of this video, I'll show you exactly how. Don't go anywhere. The most important message is still to come. If you're feeling this shift, it means you're ready. Not perfect, not fearless, but ready. Ready to rise. Ready to remember. Ready to reclaim the truth that was always buried deep inside you. June 7 isn't just a day on the calendar. It's a divine checkpoint. A coded moment in time where your soul was meant to wake up, to crack open, to realign, to say, enough. I'm done sleeping. I'm done shrinking. You didn't come here to blend in. You came to break patterns, to destroy illusions, to activate timelines that have been waiting for your courage. This shift, this pressure in your chest, this burning in your soul, is not an accident. It's not random. It's revelation. You are the signal. You are the spark. You are the message the world didn't know it was waiting for. So don't resist this transformation. Don't numb it. Don't apologize for how much you feel. Embrace it. Own it. Become it. Because from this moment on, you're not just walking through life anymore. You're walking in power. You're walking as someone who remembers who they are and why they came. No more doubting your strength. No more shrinking to fit old roles. No more betraying your own intuition just to keep the peace. Now, you rise. Now, you speak. Now, you lead. Even if your voice shakes, even if your body aches, even if no one around you understands yet, you keep going. Because something ancient inside you has awakened, and it cannot go back to sleep. So may your body find peace, even as it rewires into light. May your mind surrender, as higher codes take root. And may your spirit, oh, your beautiful, powerful, divine spirit, grow stronger than it has ever been. Remember this: you were never random. You were never lost. You were never